Here's everything you really need to know about Dreamforce 2022. Salesforce called this year's Dreamforce the Great Reunion. For me, it was the Great Transition. Most notably, the transition from Mark Benioff to co-CEO Brett Taylor, who played the more prominent role this year. Brett's sharp wit, easy presence, and product focus complements Mark very well, and I leave Dreamforce optimistic about Salesforce's future under his watch. The big announcement was Salesforce Genie, a real-time data integration across all Salesforce clouds, including Core, Marketing Cloud, Tableau, Slack, and more. I found myself confused about this announcement until I realized Salesforce is transitioning to a multi-cloud ecosystem, and announcements only within the scope of the core platform are probably too small for the keynote stage these days. Welcome to the next stage of Salesforce, peasants. Another oddly quiet transition this year was the transition to China. For the first time I've seen in my 12 Dreamforces, Chinese companies had big partnerships and a presence on the floor. Alibaba, with their designated theater stage, is leading the charge here, helping Chinese companies adopt Salesforce. TikTok was there too with Prime Real Estate. In a world where American tech companies shy away from China, it was unusual to see Salesforce embrace it so strongly. On to the feature announcements that us boring admins, developers, and architects care about. Devops Center was the highlight. This is Salesforce's own DevOps product that will finally transition us away from change sets. Though it sounds like a developer tool, it's great for admins too, as it automatically tracks all your changes and lets you deploy them with clicks, not code. Scale Center was another center announced, a performance-oriented tool to give you real-time metrics and debugging on things like row locks, so you no longer need to ask Salesforce support for this. Finally, we have Salesforce Well Architected, a new site with strong opinions on best practices and anti-patterns such as ignoring description fields on metadata, naming conventions, error handling flows, unlocked packages, and more. This Dreamforce was a transition back to normal. It was the first real Dreamforce since COVID, and it felt like we didn't skip a beat. Salesforce is opening their offices for user groups to kickstart it all again, and I highly recommend you check one out. Thanks to everyone who stopped to say hi. I'll see you all again at Dreamforce 2023.